Okay, so today we're taking a look at a 1986 Volkswagen Vanagon Westfalia. This is a pop top with the Weekender interior. It does not have like the stove and all the cabinets and stuff. This is on consignment right now with us. We're just going to do a walk around video, and then at the end I'll have a bunch of pictures of it. And then as far as the price and any other information, that will be in the description below on this video. So let's start at the left front corner here. Front of the van, you can see, is missing the grill. It's actually inside the van, needs to be reinstalled. I think he had it out working on these headlights. You can see this headlights, a bunch of the adjusters and stuff are broken on it. The driver's side headlight is missing. Front bumper's got some dents, and it's missing the trim strip along the front there. The nose itself is in pretty good shape. Does have a couple of small surface rust spots at the base of the windshield, but the nose itself is pretty straight. Driver's door is straight. One thing about this van that you'll notice is that it's pretty rust free. You know, these Vanagons are kind of prone to seam rust, so one of the places that you'll see a lot of seam rust is right here on this dog leg. This van's pretty rust free. You know, down below, all the seams below are in pretty good shape as well. So rust-wise, this is a great candidate for a restoration. The long wall is straight. The driver's door is straight. However, if we move up here to the top, you'll notice that there's some fiberglass damage to the top. The front pod there is cracked, and then the top and the back here is cracked as well. The seal around the top's in pretty rough shape. That would all need to be redone. Here in a minute, I will pop the top and we can take a look at the canvas on it. So one thing you'll notice too is the door handles are missing. The owner is supposed to be sending those to me right now. I haven't seen them yet, so at this point I'm just going to say those are missing. By the time of the sale, I may have those, or I may be able to round you up a set, but as of right now, they're missing. So if we're able to round those up, that'd just be a perk. Interior, you know, the door panels are in decent condition. There's a lot of chipping. This is from the seat belt. You know, as you take the seat belt off and the seat belt swings across, hits the door. Passenger side's chipped up pretty good as well. The dash is in pretty decent shape. It's missing the ashtray, it's missing the radio. And if you notice right here, this van is an automatic, which for some people is probably not that great. I actually kind of like them. I've had a couple of them. They drive really nice. You know, some people, this is going to be a huge plus for them because some people actually prefer or actually have to have an automatic. And so if you're looking for an automatic camper, this one could be a good one for you. Now, mechanically, this bus does need mechanical work. I've driven it around. The transmission shifts good on it, but the engine, after a few minutes, starts to run rough, starts blowing a lot of smoke. Probably has maybe some, you know, head issues, cracked head. I'm not sure, but I'm going to go ahead and just sell this bus with the engine unknown. And I'm going to tell you right now, it probably needs a complete rebuild or a new engine. Right here on the left rear corner, it's got a pretty good dent, but it's rust free. I think that could mostly be pulled out and straightened. Swing around to the back. Back bumpers, you know, needs replaced. It's pretty rough. Back hatch has got some dents on the right side here, and then down in this area, really the bumper took most of the hit there. The body itself doesn't look too bad. Let's pop this back hatch open. Set the cabinets back here. They're in decent shape. You know, some of the typical kind of trim starting to pull up. The struts on the hatch don't work. I'll get the engine opened up here in a minute and we'll actually fire it up for you. You can hear it run. See if there's anything. Looks like just yeah, there's some more of the drapes in there. I there's any other accessories. Looks like I don't see the screen for the back. All right, passenger side. Swing down here. Again, the seams are dry. Pretty dry bus. No rust really that I can see, at least, you know, rusted through. There's some small surface rust on some scratches and on chips. Look at this slider. Slider definitely needs some body work there from the lower body line down. Be a pretty easy fix. Again, another door handle here is missing. I'm not sure why those are off. Slider works well. There's a rear seat. Decent upholstery. It is missing the rear facing seat there. It's got the table. And in a minute I'll pop the top. We can look at the tent. The tent's nothing to brag about. It needs to be replaced. This vent here actually needs to be replaced. It's leaking water right now. The cushion's up top. The mattresses are in good shape. The battery is dead on it, so it does need a battery. This door panel's got some wear here where it was kind of pushed out and the crank rubbed on it. But again, moving down to these problem areas for the rust, these dog legs, you know, you get a lot of mud and stuff kind of flipped up inside these, and you'll get rust in this area here and all along here. And this van has very little rust. It does have a little dent here. It's had some paint repair done on it. Passenger door has some damage down here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's dented in. All right, let me set the camera down. I'll pop the top. We can take a look up there, and then I will fire this thing up and let you hear it run. And like I say, it does run. However, the engine, I'm going to just you know, put a disclaimer out there that I believe the engine needs a complete rebuild. I've driven it probably 2 miles, and after a couple minutes of running, it starts to miss, smoke a lot, runs pretty rough. So I'm going to go ahead and just say right now, this thing needs a complete rebuild on the engine. This is a project van. So you're buying a project. Anyways, we'll pop the top here, take a look at the canvas. Okay, so first off right here, see the front screen on the window is pretty trashed. Again, this top needs to be replaced. This driver's side is decent. If we swing around to the passenger side, there's a little bit of mold here on the back, but then on the passenger side, it's torn, and so it's definitely going to need a canvas. They're not too bad as far as price goes, but there's a little bit of work involved in putting one on. Let's take a look at the mattress here. Mattress is in decent shape. It's got a few little stains, but it'd probably clean up pretty nice. So that's the inside. Again, not a bad bus. I mean, it's been used. It's a little worn, but probably a pretty good project, especially if you're looking for an automatic. These automatics are just really hard to find. All right, let me fire this thing up. You can hear it run. Again, it's a runner. You can see it's got air conditioning. That belt's not on, so air conditioning probably needs completely serviced. I'll fire this thing up, but again, this motor needs work. All right, let's take this for a quick spin, just to demonstrate the transmission. Like I said, the transmission feels really solid, and it's really unfortunate that the engine in this thing needs some work, because it really is a great running little bus. But after just a few minutes of driving, it starts smoking and starts kind of loading up. And so I'm pretty sure there's something pretty major wrong with this thing. But let's go run it through the gears so you can see how the transmission works on it. Just gonna run across the street from the shop. We got a little road we can run down real quick. Another thing I always do when I get in this thing is I immediately go for the clutch. Jumping in here and driving an automatic just seems really foreign. Running down the highway here real quick, and then just head back to the shop after that. It appears the speedometer does not work either. I forgot about that. And the odometer as well. So that's another thing, is the mileage on this is not actual. Transmission feels great. Shifts right through all the gears. There's no hesitation. But I would feel pretty confident that this transmission is just fine. Just some engine issues. Well, there you have it, guys. I'll put like I say, all the information as far as price, my contact info in the video description below. And if you're looking for a project Westfalia, this could be a good one for you, especially if you're looking for the automatic transmission. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you later.